Hello, we're starting our episode this morning at beautiful Ramblewood Park and nature area just in the southwest part of Willmar, off 13th Street Southwest and Ramblewood Drive. A great place to take your family for a little nature hike.
Oh, that felt good.
What a beautiful day for a walk. And today we are on Conversations Over Coffee. We're going to be out exploring Willmar. And what are we calling our episode, Vicki?
Oh, it's called Bike, Walk, Run Together. It's all fun.
And it is always more fun to be out walking or biking or running when you have friends or family along with you. So today we have with us my colleague Pam Vruwink from Community Education and Paul Kuhl from Miles for Mentors. Let's see what they have to tell us about walking, biking, and running in Willmar.
And we ordered this day, as you can see.
Gosh.
It's a perfect day to be out. So
Perfect.
Let's do it, Nancy.
Okay.
Hey, good morning, Pam.
Good morning, Vicki.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
You know, I've waited for this day. Look at it, it's just glorious.
Beautiful.
We have been waiting to get our bikes out and get our walking shoes on. And I think spring is here after a long, long winter. We're here today at Selvig Park. And when we asked you to meet with us about biking, you suggested meeting here. So I'm just wondering what's so special about this place.
Well, downtown is a great place to go biking or start a biking path or come here for information. One great thing about Selvig Park is right behind you, there's a Fix-It station. And there are 3 Fix-It stations throughout Willmar, one here at Selvig Park, one at Swanson Field, and one at the Glacial Lakes Trailhead. But the Fix-It stations are great because there's a bike pump attached as well as some tools. So if you need to tighten up your seat, pump up your tires, it's right here for you, which is really convenient.
Okay, Pam, I've been told by many people that you are one of the leaders in the biking community. Are there some organizations within the Willmar community that people can become involved in?
Yeah, there's a Willmar Bikes group. And our Willmar Bikes group works on advocating for biking and pedestrian safety and education within the community. And we work to make it fun, easy, and accessible biking and walking. And then we usually host a bike corral at Rock and Robbins. So for people that want to bike to Rock and Robbins rather than drive there and deal with so many people parking.
It's a nice option to be able to bike out there with all the traffic. I've seen that corral going on. That's great. So people wanting to get involved, what would they do?
They can find Willmar Bikes on Facebook or Instagram and send us a message, or just get in touch with myself or any of the others.
For a family that it's not real familiar with the biking sport, what would they really need to get started?
Bikes are helpful.
There we go.
And once you have your bike, mainly just to stay safe, to follow the rules of the road. A lot of people don't recognize that when they are biking on the street, they need to follow the same rules as if you're driving a car. So that means stopping at stop signs, signaling which way they're going to go, those things that vehicles need to do. It's really important when biking to be as visible and predictable as possible.
So I see those as all like safety precautions and the law.
Exactly.
But are there also some courtesy things that we should be aware of also families need to know?
Yeah, certainly. You know, one thing when driving a vehicle, if one sees bikers, give them at least 3 feet on the side. That's one thing that is such a challenge as when biking with a family is if vehicles drive close to bikers and kids aren't yet very familiar with steering.
Sure.
And not just kids, new bikers as adults too, it can be a challenge. So
I think throw them off, I would think. Huh?
Certainly, yeah. So I think one of the best courtesies we can do for people that are biking is to give them space on the road. And then for people that are biking, certainly the street in the safe path is good, but we have a lot of off-street biking here in Willmar as well.
Yes.
So that's a great place to go for new bikers or for people that may be a little uncomfortable with turning or stopping in response to traffic.
Fantastic. That sounds good.
So you had mentioned the bike trails map here behind us.
Yep.
And we have a few of these hubs throughout town that have our bike trails indicated on them.
How many are there?
Well, there's one at here at Selvig Park, Swanson Field, Robbins Island, and the trailhead by the Civic Center. So we have a few located throughout town. That's a great great map that shows pretty much the city limits.
And look at that legend. It points out if there's restrooms available, parking areas, fix-it stations. So a great little legend accompanies that map.
And if people prefer to go outside of our city limits, the Convention and Visitors Bureau has a trail guide available for our Willmar Lakes area. And this expands into quite a bit farther than our city limits. So if you'd like to have a trail map to take with you when you're riding, you can stop by the CVB. And the Convention Visitors Bureau is located on Highway 12 with the Conference Center and Best Western Hotel, So that's a great reference.
Pam, do you see a lot of people coming to Willmar for biking?
More and more.
Yeah.
You know, I think there are a lot of people from the metro that'll look up and see if they can find trails online. And then once they see that there are trails, especially around the lake, like Eagle Lake, Green Lake, and Spicer, or the Glacial Lakes Trail, they're coming to do the trails. And then once they find out that we're here and we have great restaurants and great coffee shops and parks, then they're spending a longer period of time here.
And it looks like you are ready to roll, no pun intended. Nice bike here. So if I was going to head out on a trip here, or even just a daily ride with my kiddos, what would I have to have?
Well, in addition to your bike, there are a few things to help keep you safe when you're on your ride. And one of the first things is your helmet. So I grew up in an age when we didn't wear helmets when going for a bike ride.
Me too, yep.
So it was a little bit of an adjustment remembering to wear a helmet every time, but now it's just natural, and I don't go for a bike ride without my helmet.
And helmets do save lives.
Oh, certainly.
Yep.
Yes, yep. And then we just want to make sure that our bike is in good condition before going for a ride. And the easy way to remember is ABC Quick Check.
Okay.
So A stands for air. We're going to make sure that we have air in our tires. You can do just a quick squeeze on your tires, front and back, and make sure that they're firm. You want to pump them up to the designation on the tire, but just make sure that they're firm before going. B stands for brakes. So you're going to squeeze your brakes and look at your bike to make sure that they respond.
Okay.
On our front and back, if you have a bike that has a pedal brake, you again just want to make sure that that pedal brake works before going for your ride. C stands for chain. So you're going to either reach down and jumble your chain a little bit and make sure that it doesn't fall off, or you can lift up your bike and just pedal in place and make sure that it doesn't jump or skip.
Because you don't want those things to happen out on your adventure, do you?
Such a bummer. Yes.
If you run into problems. So with the long winter that we've had, I would assume that you need to do this following storage, right?
Yeah, you know, the ABC Quick Check really is before every ride.
Oh, okay.
But then at the beginning of the season, if your bike's been hanging up in the garage or shoved in a corner somewhere.
Like mine, yes.
Like all of ours, yeah. We just want to go make sure that it has a good once over. So you can do that yourself. There are some great videos online to watch that can help you through it. Or you can take it someplace like Rick's Cycle, just a few blocks away from us here, and they'll do it for you for a small fee.
Yeah. Pam, I see you have a little fanny pack or backpack here. What do you bring just on a regular basis when you're going out, even just for a short ride?
Yeah, if I'm going for a short ride, I always bring a water bottle. Just, you never know. It's always good. And I always have something that's more visible. On a beautiful sunny day like today, if I was wearing a neutral color like the shirt, I would be somewhat visible to vehicles. However, something like this is going to show up a lot better. So
I've never thought of that, yes.
Wear something bright, yellow, orange, red. It really helps you be more visible for vehicles that are on the road.
I see your helmet is nicely, it's nice and bright as well, so.
Yeah, and there are
very
certainly
visible.
lots of reflectors that a person can get, but the brighter you can be, the safer it will be.
Okay, do you bring any type of a little safety kit?
I do, yeah. I bring a little first aid kit as well as a little safety kit. I have a little tire pump in my bag, and usually a snack of some sort too, because who doesn't like a snack? And then, like you said, just some safety things, so in case you fall. Or I actually went biking with a friend last summer whose spoke on her wheel broke during our ride, and she used the Band-Aids from her first aid kit to fix her bike so she could get home. So sometimes you just got to MacGyver things too.
Yeah. And this has been very enjoyable. I learned a lot. I didn't know about all of these things that you have pointed out today, Pam, and our timing is just impeccable because today is a biking day.
It is.
Thank you for joining us for Conversations Over Coffee, and happy trails to you.
Happy trails.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a bike as an adult, one thing that'll be starting soon is City of Willmar's
Yes,
bike share.
thank you for
So
bringing that up.
That's
Yeah.
a great part of here at Selvig Park is it's one of the hubs where very soon we will have bikes available for $1 an hour,
Yes.
and those are for adults.
And you pick up and you can return at other spots, right?
Correct.
Other designations.
Yep.
Yes. So, well, thanks, Pam. Have a
Thank
great
you.
day. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Conversations Over Coffee. Our last segment, we concentrated on the wonderful biking paths here in the Willmar area. And today, I'm fortunate enough to have with me Mr. Paul Kuhl, who is going to speak with us about options for running and walking in Willmar. Paul, thank you for coming.
Yes, Vicki, thank you for allowing me to join you today. Beautiful day out here at Robbins Island where there's lots of trails. You know, this is one place I'm very familiar with, and I've run many miles out here.
That's why you chose this place.
I did actually. I chose it because it is such a great asset to the Willmar area. Not alone just the trails, but you have the beach behind us, and you have playground.
Do you know the distance, Paul, just in the Robbins Island alone, the distance if you were going to make a loop around here?
The
What
loop?
you would get? Yeah.
Yeah, the loop is actually 3/4 of a mile. So if you stay up here to the north side and you run the loop just kind of on the trail, it's about 3/4 of a mile. So really a nice, nice distance for introducing kids to running.
With that being said, you said kids, that's our business. So we would like to know what opportunities or what do kids get from running?
Oh, I think, as a runner my entire life, you look at kids when they're babies, they learn to walk, and then they learn the first thing they start doing is running. So it's almost like a natural instinct from babies to toddlers to, even adults just to run. And I think, kids learn about being athletic, athleticism and just being healthy. And it also does a lot of good for the kids' emotions and things like that. For me, my running has always been a nice stress reliever. And I think that goes all the way down to kids too. Sometimes they just need to burn off steam, and running is so easy to do. You just get a pair of tennis shoes and you can get out there and go out and start running.
Wonderful. So that leads into my next question. We're ready to run. What do I need to do to prep for it?
Well, for running, there's always, you want to get your body warmed up. Little kids wouldn't even think about this, but it's a good thing to do to get the muscles warmed up so they stretch easier. It's good to stay well hydrated, of course. On hot summer days, it's good to drink water all the time, but especially if you're going to exercise.
While you run as well.
And while you run as well, correct. Yep.
Great. Paul, I invited you to talk about running because I know not only are you an active runner, but you really advocate for a running club and a foundation that you have established. Can you tell us a little bit about Miles for Mentors?
Sure. Thank you, Vicki. So Miles for Mentors was incorporated in 2017 with the intention of giving kids an opportunity to participate in sports. And the first thing we did was to incorporate a fun run series, which would allow kids of all age, well, I should say kids 5 to 11 years old, to participate in a fun run and enjoy a community event at the same time. So we've created the Fun Run series to be coinciding with different community events like Downtown Block Party and Rockin' Robbins. So not only can the kids have fun, but the parents the whole family can enjoy later also.
We like that family engagement rather than just individuals.
Yeah, so our intent also is to give kids the opportunity to participate in sports. So we offer a scholarship, it's called our Pay to Play initiative, where families can reach out to Miles for Mentors if their child, you need assistance for participation fees or equipment or shoes. We want to be a resource to help you get that child involved in sports and activities.
Well, thank you for sharing that opportunity with us and your foundation, a little bit about your foundation. I just want to close by you just recapping some of the upcoming events where there will be some opportunities for families to come out and participate.
Sure. So the Miles for Mentors Fun Run series starts June 17th with Community Day, and that's out at the Stingers Field.
Okay.
On June 24th is the Downtown Block Party, which is always a fun event for kids because they have the parade and everything associated for kids. Rockin' Robins is going to be, I believe, July 12th. It's on a Tuesday.
That's out here.
That's out here. That'll be our medal event, so we always give away a nice medal at that event for the kids.
Okay.
And they can enjoy the music festivities afterwards. And then we take a little bit of a break, and we have September 10th will be Touch a Truck event in downtown Willmar. So we have 4 opportunities for the kids and the families to enjoy. So go on to milesformentors.com/events, and you can register your children there.
Well, Paul, thank you so much. I think the boss said it best. Bruce Springsteen. Maybe you were born to run, right?
I like that.
Thanks for joining
Thank you,
us.
Vicki.
Bye-bye.